Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Sejuani ult's great to steal. There's actually a lot of really good ones. Basically everything except Sivir. And even situationally, maybe the Sivir ult could be useful. But Ashe arrow really, really strong. The boys called off work.
Let's go.
We love to see it. Way to show up. It's going to be an interesting game. Both teams, I think, do have reasonably strong 5v5. I like C9's chances in the side lane a little bit better. I do think Gnar has to be pretty careful about how you're playing out these.
Are inverse. It's 5 and 2 versus 2 and 5. So from the perspective of Immortals, who do have their backs against the wall in this match,
much more concerning. He is more susceptible to the ganks. Of course, he does still have cleanse, but could be pretty dicey. And they're going to look for a AblazeOlive.
Diplex goes in, flash into the twisted advance, Bramble smash for the first blood. But Blaber will die in response as the gravity well from AblazeOlive's Viktor locks Blaber down long enough for Kenvi to sweep in, and the turret.
And then you have to chase them down, actually kite them. AblazeOlive in some trouble, should be able to block it out, but you know, it's all about the return damage after the initial trade. Jax jumps forward with Counter-Strike, you're stunned up, you take that chunk, you kind of take the L, and then you try to use your move speed with the hyper proc and everything to chase him down and really punish him on the exit from that trade.
Diplex going in for the dive. Solos out AblazeOlive. Isaac, you said that Diplex needed We are going to have the typical neutral objective trade here around 8-9 minutes. First Drake is being taken by Immortals. First Rift Herald being taken by Cloud9.
And both those ADs were basically on perfect farm, right? You know, there's no minions for the first minute and a half in the game. We're about 8.5 minutes into the game, and it was 86 to 81 CS, right? So they are farming nearly perfectly on that bottom side. Doing a really good job keeping that up.
Blaber is here to shadow his laner, make sure this can get shoved up, try to get him back. If that arrow would have hit, Revenge would have been able to find a kill there. I'm almost certain of it, but Fudge can walk it off. But now, they're ready to try to turn it around back onto Revenge, who ends up having to spend his flash there. If Kenvi can get something, it'll be worthwhile. Goes over the wall, goes to the ulti, flash out from Blaber. So Summoner Spell for Summoner Spell back in mid. Diplex versus Ablaze. Ablaze getting the better of him here at the start. Diplex low. Fleshy coming around to try to help him. Diplex stealing away the Ashe ult, but it won't matter. Immortals tie up the kills 2-2. Back up in the top side. Kenvi wants to get away, but Zven has given the wild growth over to Blaber. Kenvi escapes back down to his own support. He won't be killed, but a lot of attempts from both sides all over the map.
Yeah, very, very scrappy. It's really not what you want. And yeah, he just walks in. There's a ward in the pixel brush. Spotted by this ward. So Berserker just waits. Season coming over. Ashe all cleansed out. And yeah, there's no need to use barrier. No shot you're gonna live.
They even had the stolen Diplex Ashe. So yeah, it'll be really close. Not quite ready when they would immediately want to use it. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, it's not like they were immediately under pressure and Immortals were walking up as they were getting it low. So still works out fine. No real consequence there for C9. Drake's tied at 1-1 means no real stacking chance, no opportunity there. Kimtech Rift means those super crazy mega powered plants that can knock you a million miles away with a blast cone or give you the extra healing on the honey fruits. And we talked a little bit about the honey fruits and how those can influence these side lane matchups last game.
Yeah, it definitely can make a really big difference. You know, if you're actually getting control, you spend your resources to chunk someone down, then all of a sudden they just walk into the river, grab honey fruits, walk right back. Now you're the one who's actually really being pressured, and Fudge getting very aggressive. Yeah, flexing a bit here on Tactical, who's got to be careful. Tactical and Fleshy both lost half HP to Fudge, and he just goes right back in looking for the kill, but he doesn't quite have the damage he needs to find it. Flashes back away as Zven keeps trying to support him, and Fudge grabs the kill on Kenvi. Now Tactical stuck in the alcove, and he's going to be the last man alive. It's a double kill over to Fudge. It's a triple kill over to Fudge. Spin that thing all the way around. A triple kill for Jax is not what IMT wanted to see. Yeah, not at all, but they did not anticipate out. He was really kind of just flexing on him. They walk forward, they start autoing him, he jumps in on one, he chunks him out, then Tactical walks forward, starts autoing him. Maybe they were just saying, bait them in, but oh god. That one landed, that Ashe ult landed. Adios. Diplex on the board. Yep, we got it. Well, come on, bro. Not really, but I guess.
It's still in the bucket. Fudge gets slammed up into the wall here. Kenvi swoops in, but with Blaber ready to fire off his ulti, Immortals know they're not really going to find one here. Arrow hits from all the way down in mid lane. All right, Fleshy with a nice response. But unfortunately, no way for Immortals to follow that up. They can't engage on the Maokai when the Fed Jack is right next to him. The dive comes in. C9 brought everybody to the party, and they're still ready to keep on going. First turret falls. Blaber wants to stick onto Fleshy there, but he doesn't have the mana to keep the chase going. Fudge and Zven can still hang around long enough to try to push this up a little bit further. Maybe get a second charge. One onto the tier 2, try to get this lead even further ahead. Already 3.4 thousand gold ahead of Immortals. The charge collides. Berserker and Fudge just gonna go in, finish off this tier 2. That's a massive amount of money, up to 4.3 thousand gold ahead at 18 minutes.
Yeah, Shelly, 6 HP left, but
yes, that's 6,000 gold lead of Cloud9.
Yeah, the gold lead is just enormous now, and despite the good laning from Revenge earlier on in those 1v1s, you know, Fudge gets ahead through the team fights and really good coordination from C9. You know, Blaber was always there helping him out when he needed his lane to be fixed, and then gets that triple kill down on bot side, gets 2 kills when they look for those dives on top side. Now you can't even approach.
Fudge has no fear whatsoever of anyone. The cooldowns on the abilities get pretty low as that ability haste gets stacked. It's why I wanted to bring up the point about the Frozen Heart. By the time he ends the counter-strike, it's only 5 seconds away from happening again. Revenge can't do anything about this. It is completely out of control in the side lane. Meanwhile, the rest of his team is up overtaking Baron, and he's just going to continue pressuring the bottom lane tier 3.
He is TP, so they can't even do anything. If you walk up, you're going to get TP flanked, guaranteed, and you'll just die. So checkmate pretty much in this situation here.
Yeah.
Immortals not going to be able to answer bot, not going to be able to answer Baron. They're going to try to run down here and see if they can catch Fudge, but
yeah, they want to dogpile him. They realize that's about the only chance they have. Tactical pops the Sivir ulti there. With Kenvi providing the CC, Fudge is going to have... Nope. Nope. Wait, hold on. Fudge might just be able to... Never mind.
it's close.
Never mind.
There's
I
almost
thought for
no
a second he was going to try to get all the way away, but
Engage one, which is amped damage, 10% increased damage for 5 seconds after you CC or immobilize. I think is it just immobilizes? Yeah, so it's any immobilize. So your root, you knock them up with your Q or anything like that, your ulti. So it's going to be even more burst damage, and he's just really facilitating his carries. He knows this game is not about him.
Well, we've got the teleport showing up down here in bottom lane for Fudge, who will lead the charge. And there's the follow-up from Blaber for some of the CC out of the Maokai ulti. Fudge dropping the counter-strike on top of everybody, but he will be killed. Immortals are able to fall back and focus fire the Fed player on C9 and take him out. C9 still managing to achieve the force down on both the tier 3 turret as well as the inhibitor here in the bottom lane. Berserker is still alive.
Zeri time!
Can the Zeri find the kill? Yes, he flashes forward into the ulti. He goes on the killing spree, and he needs a little bit more. He should be able to get just that. He'll pick up 2 and send the remaining 3 back into the fountain to try to heal. Unfortunately for C9, the other waves are nowhere nearby. They can't. Diplex using his teleport on a ward behind Immortals, seeing if there was an opportunity to flank, but Immortals are staying grouped up to the right of that location. So now that just means C9 will move into the Baron pit, move into the topside river, and force a response from IMT.
Yeah, they're trying to get the TP at the very least from Revenge. Revenge is trying to prep his Mega Gnar, and now he's going to TP in.
Berserker gets stunned up by the Ashe arrow, but now they're ready to counterattack. Here comes Fudge, jumps in, finds the stun on 3. They've already killed the enemy jungler, they've already killed the enemy top. They're gonna stop anytime soon. Fudge keeps leading the charge, and AblazeOlive has to try to kite it out. The Ghost might be able to get him away, but the leap strike is once again too fast. A double kill back to Fudge, and Blaber wants to run down the last man of Immortals. Zven and Berserker come flying in over the wall, and that'll do it. 5-0. 17-5 overall, the second triple of the game for Fudge, and C9 will walk it in.
Cloud9, a really strong showing here today. Blaber, I think, played a near-perfect game, setting up his lanes for success, really enabling Fudge to get through those difficult early levels, and then Fudge just started to take over, winning those team fights, getting himself ahead, and really becoming unstoppable.
C9 bottom lane duo also both remaining deathless by the end of this one. You talked about the quiet skate.